I'm Sarah Halpert. I'm the manager at the International Printing Museum. We've been doing the Los Angeles Printers Fair for over a decade, and it takes a lot of hard work to pull it off. It takes a lot of work by both the staff and many valuable volunteers here at the museum. Planning for the Printers Fair happens basically the day of the fair before, because we are observing things and we're already thinking, oh, next year this will be great here and this will be great here. And we basically come up with a theme and we start thinking about who's going to be designing the cover for the Printers Fair and who's going to be our special artist exhibiting about a year before the fair. In the springtime, we start doing advertising, reaching out to sponsors. We start contacting all our vendors, and we get them signed up to be at their booths. The cover design for the show guide is done by a friend of the museum every year, and we ask them normally in the springtime, and a lot of thought goes into these cover designs. Obviously, they're a very valuable commodity here at the museum. There are people who've been coming to the fair year after year after year and have collected these show guides. I do know someone who has all 10, so I'm very impressed with that. The designers who make our covers for the show guide are letterpress artists themselves. And people don't always think about this, but designing for a letterpress is different than designing on the computer, because you can only do a few color runs, so they really have to think about what colors are we going to use, what's the theme, what's the aesthetic that we're going for. We have a color palette going on every year, and a lot of that is determined by the show guide cover and by these beautiful designs that friends of the museum make for us. Volunteer coordination is probably one of the most challenging parts of the fair, because it's a lot of people, and some people are amazing and they're able to give full days of time to us, and some people can only come for 2 hours, but they're still so valuable and they really help. So there's a huge list of volunteers, and it's a puzzle to put that volunteer schedule together. What the volunteers are doing are everything from designing the different posters that we're going to be making, designing graphics that we put at the front desk telling people where to park, to printing on the printing presses. They are stapling fair flags. They are printing t-shirts for the volunteers. We screen print our own t-shirts for the volunteers. That's unique to the museum. They are getting the pulp ready. Most everything you get or see at the Printers Fair was printed at the museum by one of our volunteers. That's your ticket and the fair flags, the decorations, the show guide covers, even the raffle ticket you filled out at the beginning of the fair. It's all printed by volunteers here at the museum. We're always looking for new volunteers, and whatever help you can give is wonderful. Please contact us at printmuseum.org to find out about volunteering for the Printers Fair or for the museum.